What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Edition. I got some breaking news for you. Somebody hit me up and actually sat there and said, did I hear the information on the 8 C8s that were stolen from the GM factory? And my answer was no, but I got information on it now. Let's talk about it. Let's dive into this real quick. My name is Sho. This is ICNV Drivers Edition. We are an interactive car community, which means if you hit me up on any one of my social media platforms or in the comments below, I will do my best to respond. And if the topic you bring up is interesting enough, just like this one, I'll shoot a video on it. But we're also a community of car enthusiasts that love to drive cars to make you turn your head. That aren't your everyday people movers. So if this sounds like you love to drive cars that have that effect, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, lock in with your boy, and stay up to date with the content coming your way. But now, let's get into this. 8 C8s were stolen from the GM factory. Now, a lot of you are asking, how does this happen? And I've covered that before in an interesting video listed before called, Can You Protect Your Corvette from Being Stolen? It looks like this. So, watch that video. It has a lot of valuable information about how Corvettes are being stolen. And I know there was this comment made that if you get an RFID blocker for your key, this will never happen. Watch that video. It's not always about the signal coming from your key fob to your car and so forth. It's actually more detailed and in-depth than that. But what we're really here to talk about is what happened. So from the information I've seen and read and heard, that literally they came to the plant, cut a hole in the gate, and drove off with the cars. Now, a C8ZR1 was stolen. By the time I got relayed this information, 3 of the 8 cars have been recovered, and that's a good thing. Now, I will sit there and say this. I'm guessing when they stole the car, stealing the C8ZR1 seemed like a bright thing to do. But the reason the car was recovered so quickly is because the C8ZR1 truly was a test mule. So I'm sure they had all type of tracking devices and other things inside the car for them running tests and so forth on it that made recovering the vehicle so much easier and quicker. Now, what were the actual thoughts with this? What was the plans behind this? I know thieves steal cars to strip them, sell them, to have fun with them, to make crimes in them. And if you think about it, a C8ZR1 would be one of the fastest vehicles on the street right now. And you could do a lot of damage and get away from a lot of police officers in that car. So joyriding was probably not the lowest or the highest thing on that list. It probably was somewhere around the lowest. But I'm sure they were planning to use this car in some other events, should I say. The other cars that were stolen, I believe there was 2 or 3 C8Z06s and a couple of base C8s. I could be mistaken, but stay tuned. More updated information is going to come your way. But I would like to sit out there and say about this, that the car theft scene has become crazy. And a lot of people believe, when I say a lot of people in the game of stealing cars believe this problem exists and is so high because the manufacturer cares to do nothing about it. Maybe now that cars are being stolen directly off the manufacturer lot from the factory, they might actually decide to start putting some more security steps or protocols in place to prevent this from happening. Or maybe it will require more and more cars to be stolen from a factory before the industry decides to step in and do something about this. Because at the end of the day, what's really going on is your car is a computer. The cars are advancing fastly. Technology is advancing fastly. And the more technology that goes into your car, the harder it is to maintain security. It's just like a computer. The more the technology advances with your computers, your cell phones, anything along that ground, the more vulnerable they seem to become, and the harder it becomes to defend, or should I say protect them from theft, hacking, and so forth. And that's what's taking place with your car. So I want people to understand, and I've said this before, when people steal cars like this isn't a crime of opportunity. This is a target. This is strategizing. They didn't just happen to walk past a GM plant and say, oh, we can steal cars from here. They tried to strategize this out. Now, the sad part about it is I think part of it was a crime of opportunity, meaning when security wasn't paying attention to things of that nature, because of the time of day they actually stole the car and tried to get away with this crime. I just don't think 10 a.m. was the right time to do this, but either way, I want you to know that even the factory is getting cars stolen. So maybe you should look into more ways of preventing theft to your vehicle. Check out this. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now, because I promise you there's some information in there that will help you keep your car in your hands. And if the C8Z06 and the C8ZR1 can be stolen, so can your car too. Let me know if you have any questions below, any comments on this topic. Like I said, by the time this video comes out, hopefully all the cars will be recovered. They have one person in custody. They recovered 3 cars. So I'm sure, depending on the amount of pressure or heat they put on, they'll get the other cars back as well. And he's probably going to rat out who was with them. That's just my thoughts. But ICNV Drivers Edition, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the ICNV Drivers Edition community. Like I stated before, we're an interactive community, which means if you hit me up on any one of my social media platforms or in the comments below, I will do my best to respond. And if the topic you bring up, again, just like this one, I will make a video on it. Don't forget, we were all made in his image, given dominion over the world, which means we weren't just meant to be. So chase your dreams, build your visions, never ever give up, and embrace your own identity. It is okay to be unique. He's not done with you, and he's definitely not done with me. There's more to our story, and you are more than capable of achieving your dreams. So remember to stay humble, stay focused, stay blessed, and I'll see you in these streets. Peace.